A strange craft causes panic on 2 separate continents.
You have multiple credible witnesses, all saying they saw the same thing.
It's like War of the Worlds. People think they're under attack.
A secret government document provides a clue to the mysterious events.
A declassified State Department document emerges, which puts NASA at the heart of it.
June 14th, 1980. As midnight approaches, witnesses in cities across northwest Russia report seeing a strange object light up the skies.
There's a wave of UFO sightings throughout Russia. People report a crescent with a reddish-orange hue to it.
They say it looks like a horseshoe, dimmer in the middle and brighter on the ends, and it has a distinct glow.
Over the next hour, thousands of people see the unexplained object. The sighting spread panic.
Some people apparently think that the United States has launched a first strike nuclear attack. Some people think it's Judgment Day.
They were scared to death. They had no idea what was going on.
Witnesses describe the craft as being around 400 feet wide, twice the size of a Boeing 747. And it's moving fast.
It appeared to be something very large and very odd. Some people saw that it was actually chasing them.
It's like War of the Worlds.
Soon after midnight, the mystery craft vanishes from the skies. But just an hour later, it suddenly reappears. Only this time, it's on the other side of the world.
There's a wave of similar sightings throughout 5 countries in South America. Again, very similar things seen.
Reports of the same horseshoe-shaped UFO, just as described in Russia.
Whatever this is, it's global.
In Chile, a pilot reports that the glowing object makes a head-on pass at his aircraft before suddenly disappearing. Minutes later, it is tracked at an international airport in Argentina.
Air traffic control reports something briefly on the radar screen, rapidly changing its altitude.
After a flurry of sightings across 6 countries, the craft vanishes again. This time, it does not reappear. For almost 2 decades, the case remained unsolved. Then, in 1997, a declassified U.S. government document emerges, which suggests NASA could be behind the mystery.
What this document shows is that an Argentine engineer working for NASA told his mother that the space agency was engaged on atmospheric experiments that would cause strange shapes in the sky.
The experiment involved using small satellites to shoot charged particles into the atmosphere. The space agency hoped that by tracking these particles, it would help them better understand how solar winds behave when they hit Earth. NASA called it Project Firewheel.
Project Firewheel sends these small battery-operated spacecraft high into the atmosphere, where they release these lithium and barium batteries so that they make firewheel shapes in the sky.
The speed and trajectory of the Firewheel satellite match some of the witnesses' reports from 1980, but key details differ.
The problem with this theory is that no firewheel tests have been scheduled for the night of the sightings. In fact, the only firewheel tests in the area were in French Guiana, and they were 2 weeks before the sightings.
The dates don't match, the geography doesn't match, it just doesn't add up.
The mystery comes to the attention of ex-NASA engineer Jim Oberg, who launches his own investigation. He discovers that on the night the object appeared in Russia, an early warning satellite called Cosmos 1188 launched from a spaceport 500 miles north of Moscow.
This was a special kind of satellite. It was a satellite designed to hover over the North Pole and relay communications to the rest of the Soviet Union.
Soviet records reveal that in order to reach its orbital height, the satellite fired a 4th rocket stage as it approached South America. Oberg suggests that this venting of gas, combined with local light conditions, could explain the sightings in the skies there.
The sun was over the western horizon, the ground was dark, the cloud of gas was still in sunlight, still illuminated and still visible, and freaking out thousands and thousands of witnesses on the ground.
The Russian satellite theory is accepted by some, but others suggest that it cannot account for the size of the craft seen in Russia or its behavior in the skies over Argentina.
If you believe the reports from that day, there are still a lot of things that aren't explained.
A NASA probe spots an unusual crater on the lunar surface.
The moon is literally smothered in craters, but this one is different.
It looks like something has smashed into the moon.
Investigators discover a strange object sitting inside.
It actually almost looks engineered. So what is this?
For centuries, astronomers have witnessed and documented strange phenomena and objects in the skies above Earth. Nowhere more so than on the moon.
People have been registering reports of anomalous activity on the moon stretching back 400 years. In fact, NASA actually has a report called Lunar Anomalies, which traces 400 years of lunar observations.
The 1968 NASA document lists almost 600 reports of unexplained events and objects on the moon. Since then, some conspiracy theorists claim that NASA missions have even captured evidence of extraterrestrial craft and structures on the lunar surface.
We yet do not know what the solution is to all these things that people have seen.
In 2012, NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter takes an image that offers to shed new light on these mysteries. On February 12th, as the craft scans an ancient volcanic plain known as the Sea of Islands, it spots an unusual 130-foot wide crater below it.
I've studied a lot of craters on the moon. This is different, though. This is not only irregular. It looks like there's an object inside.